This is Under the Music Tree and I'm here with Sound of Rome. How are you guys today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, great. Nice.
It's a good start. You're currently on tour with Billy Bragg and King Blues. Is it going well?
Yeah, it's going really well. Yeah, it's really good fun.
So how did you guys first meet? Because you're all from different sort of musical backgrounds, I think.
Yeah, well, I moved down to London coming up 5 years now from a place called Southport, and I was just going around sort of like all the sort of jazz jam sessions, and then sort of met Archie through that, and then when we were playing in a gypsy band together, and then Archie had known Kate previous in other bands, and then Kate wanted to put a band together, we'd gone to festivals, and yeah, just Kate asked me to come on board, and then that's it really.
That was pretty good.
Do you want to hear an interesting fact?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Initially, the band was meant to have many more people in it, but we had our first rehearsal, we paid for a rehearsal and stuff, what Archie did. And it was just the three of us that made it to the rehearsal that day. And Archie said, well, hang on a minute, I've got this loop pedal. And then we were like, oh, I was about to swear, but I won't. We said, oh, darn it, we can...
Oh no.
We can do it on our own. And then we had 3 gigs booked that weekend. This was like a Wednesday or whatever, and we just we had a little session together. And then that weekend we did a whole bunch of gigs. They all went okay, and then we just haven't really stopped gigging since then.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, it was awesome. I recommend it. 3 is the magic number.
3 is the magic number. You've been together as a band for about 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Have you had any sort of just horrific things happen to you, or a really bad gig, or?
Loads.
Really? Oh dear.
Yeah, sometimes we come off stage feeling really like, I don't know, despondent, or like it hasn't gone right, when probably it was alright. But often we get off stage and it's just like, what was that?
Yeah.
What did we just do?
Comedy Caf springs to mind.
Oh yeah. There was one gig at the Comedy Cafe in, is it Central London?
Shoreditch.
It's in Shoreditch. Where it was my girlfriend at the time's birthday. And I didn't know about the gig until the last minute, and I was already pretty wasted.
Out of his face.
Came to the gig, and live looping when you're that drunk is pretty much near impossible. I'd have just been playing guitar in the band. I was looking at the computer and I was just going, how did I even invent? How did I even put that together? No idea. That was pretty bad.
That's very good.
But they always kind of work out all right in the end. I feel like we're quite big critics of ourselves, because we know like when we know how to, you know how it feels when you just smacked a gig and you come off stage and that when it can't feel like that every time. But usually when we come off stage we're like, oh, you know, it didn't go so well. There's always somebody who got a kick out of it, was buzzing off it. But yeah, nothing that shallow. No one's dead yet, which is good. Hopefully that won't happen.
That is the worst case scenario. So apart from that, everything's good.
Everything's fine.
So, as a child, music what you always wanted to do, or do you have your sights set on things?
I just got a drum kit when I was like 14. Just like played it, and then obviously you don't play drums for no reason, but like I just didn't really know what to do, so that's why I moved down to London. Really. So it was just like there's nothing happening where I live, so I thought I'd give it a whirl.
He's really good though.
Here I am.
Isn't he wicked?
He's a
living the dream.
very tight drummer.
Living the dream.
So, what came first for you? Was it your love of rap or literature?
Well, I used to read a lot when I was a kid. Like when I was young, I used to make up stories and everything. I used to write stories, but then I kind of forgot about it when I got into just hanging out with friends and like having a good time, and I just forgot to stop reading so much. And then I used to love reading books and making up stories, but it wasn't like a love of literature. I was only like 10 or whatever. And then when I got into hip hop when I was about 13, 14, then I kind of rediscovered the thrill that I get from hearing somebody just be excellent with words. And I started going to watch rappers, and I started to remember the feelings I would get when reading a really good story or whatever. And then I just started reading again. So they kind of balance each other out. I get the same buzz of a great rapper that I do of a great writer. So
Very similar in many ways.
yeah, just like great writers are great writers. Whatever they're doing. I think David Lynch is a great writer, and he's not a rapper.
This is true. So you did
Well, sorry. Don't know. So.
You did a degree in literature?
I did, yeah. It was weird because I went to uni in London where I'm from, so I wasn't like living in halls, I was living with my pals. So I wasn't really living the uni life, I was just going to classes, then leaving and going to gigs or going to the studio. And also like I didn't really want to go into a place where you don't know anyone and be like, yo, I'm a rapper. It's like, do you know what I mean? I didn't tell anyone that I was a rapper. And then like a couple of people were at a show that I'd been at, and it was a bit of a contentious issue, like, oh, Kate, that weird girl Kate, like secret rap life. So I had a bit of a strange time, but I met some really cool people and qualified. I have a degree of knowledge.
That is brilliant. Do you have a favourite book?
Yeah, I've got lots of favourite books. I just read one by a guy called Roberto Bolaño, but it's called 2666, 2 with 3 sixes, and it's awesome. Amazing, I never heard of him before, but my flatmate gave me the book and it's just incredible. He's incredible. It's a book called Hunger by a guy called Knut Hamsun, which is not how you pronounce it, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
Ulysses by James Joyce, The Odyssey by Homer. Lots of books.
Nice easy books.
Nice easy books. They're all like that.
Casual one diary.
They're wicked though, you know. These are the things that mean a lot to me.
What's your favourite sweets?
Oh,
Sweets. Very serious issue.
We like, you know when you go in a shop and there's one, you've never seen it before. It's like, where did that come from? Like they had the Mars Triple Choc edition last week. And you know the caramel, the Tunnocks caramel, they're about that big. And they come in a multi-pack.
Yeah.
Saw one of them in a vending machine. It was that big. Not even mine. I had to take a picture and send it to him. So. But we're kind of into the new stuff.
We're into like retro sweets.
Retro and new, yeah.
Anything that's got like foil wrapping as well. You just can really sort of like play with afterwards. You know, it's almost like a toy. It's like a Kinder Egg but on the outside.
Very nice. Well, on that lovely note, fantastic interview. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.